Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, lived a little girl named Lily. She was known throughout the village for her purity of heart and honesty. One day, while playing by the lake, Lily and her friends spotted something peculiar. Right in the middle of the whispering woods, a door had materialized. It was crafted from ancient, gnarled wood and was adorned with strange symbols. The door seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy, beckoning them closer. Curiosity overwhelmed them, and they approached the door cautiously. As they drew near, the air shimmered, and the sound of rushing water filled their ears. When they peered through the gaps in the wooden panels, they saw a path that led to a magnificent castle made entirely of candy. It had towering chocolate turrets, licorice walls, and a roof of spun sugar. Further down the path, they could just make out a sign that read, "Welcome to the land of sweets." The sight before them was so enchanting that the children were mesmerized. They looked at each other, their eyes shining with wonder. Suddenly, the door swung open as if inviting them in. Before entering, they heard a voice that seemed to echo from the ancient woods themselves. "Only those who are pure of heart and mind can open this door and gain entry into the magical world within." The voice seemed to pause, as if gauging their reactions. Then it added mysteriously, "But be warned, once inside, you must remain truthful or you may lose your way forever." As the children stood there, contemplating, Lily, being the brave and honest girl that she was, stepped forward. She placed her hand on the door, and to her surprise, it turned. The others gasped as they watched her enter, the door closing softly behind her. Now filled with trepidation and excitement, her friends followed one by one, each taking a deep breath before stepping through the portal. The moment they all crossed the threshold, the door vanished, leaving them in a clearing bathed in warm sunlight. And there it was again, the magnificent path to the Candy Castle, now right in front of them. Overjoyed, they ran towards it, eager to explore this sugary wonderland. As they journeyed through the land of sweets, they encountered all sorts of fantastical creatures, playful candy creatures who seemed delighted by their presence. The children laughed and played, their hearts filled with joy. However, as the day wore on, a sense of unease began to creep upon them. They realized that they couldn't remember the last time they had eaten anything other than sweets, and they couldn't shake off this feeling that something wasn't quite right. Just then, a wise old owl with shimmering golden eyes perched on a nearby branch. Sensing their confusion, the owl spoke in a voice that was as soothing as honey. "You have strayed too far from honesty, little ones. To return home, you must each confess a small lie you have told." The children looked at each other shame-faced. They had been so caught up in the wonders around them that they had forgotten the importance of being truthful. They took a moment to collect their thoughts, each realizing that while they had meant well, their actions had been misguided. With newfound determination, they set out to find the truth behind the Candy Castle. As they journeyed deeper into the heart of the land of sweets, they began to understand that the real magic lay not in the sugary delights, but in the purity of their intentions and the strength of their bonds. Finally, when they had each admitted their lies and pledged to do better, the path back to the Whispering Woods appeared before them. With heavy hearts, they said goodbye to the magical land, promising to cherish the lessons they had learned. Back in the familiar setting of their village, the children were filled with gratitude. They had not only experienced the wonders of a magical world, but had also learned the importance of honesty and staying true to oneself. The memory of their adventure serving as a reminder that life's greatest treasures are often unlocked by the simplest of virtues.